In this video tutorial, we will be talking about how to deploy the table command. This video assumes that you've already set up your two table styles, mech table and arch table, previously, and we will be using the arch table style to create the table. We will also be using the AutoCAD and its applications basics 2020. And we'll be on page 300 looking at drawing 10-7, which is an interior finish schedule table. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the Annotate tab, which will bring us into our table area. The down arrow right here, you can see I have my two table styles and my arch table. I spelled it incorrectly. I spelled it arch text. It should be arch table. Let me fix that. Try it from arch text to arch table. There we go. It's fixed. And arch table is current right now. So when I deploy it, that's the style we will use. I'm also making sure that my my tables layer is displaying. And so let's go back to Annotate, which is the ribbon that contains the table command. So I'm going to go up here to where it says table, and I'm going to click on it. And so we now have a few things we're going to set up before we deploy our table. Of course, make sure arch table is showing. We're going to start from an empty table. We have our preview showing here. We're going to specify the insertion point, and based on what it has in the book, I am going to set up 17 columns, and I'm going to have 18 rows. I'm going to make the column width 0.5 and the rows 1. I can't go any less than 1 on that. And that's the order I want it: title, then header, then data. So once I have everything set right here and here, I'm going to click OK. Now I have a table attached to my crosshairs. Now it's a little bit, I'm going to click out of it or hit escape. I'm going to click on it one time. See this little blue diamond or arrow shaped icon? I'm going to scoot over as far as I can and click, and then hit escape. So now I basically have, pretty close to rectangles. So if you look in the book, you can see this table does not look like what it does in the book. So on the top, right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I click this one first, then I hold the shift key down. I went over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold the shift key down, left click again, then right click, and go merge that row. So there's my first one that says rooms. Then my next one is also 5. How do I know it's 5? By counting, plus I've done this drawing enough to know, yes, it is 5. The next one is 4. Right click, merge row. And the last one is 3. So I've got my categories right there. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go here, count over 5. I'm going to count down 5. I'm going to hold the shift key. I'm going to turn that whole thing into one single. I'm going to merge all. So that's that big empty square right there. Now the easy part. I'm going to click here. I'm going to hold the shift key down, click here. I'm going to right click, go to merge. I'm going to merge by row. So I have all my individual rows now. I'm going to go up here, come down here, hold the shift key down, select them all, and I'm going to merge by column. So that's how quickly I can set up my table. Then the next thing is I'll double click, and I'm going to type with my cap lock on, interior finish schedule. So there's the top one. This one right here, type room. Okay, this one here, I'm double clicking, by the way. Entry, gotta spell it right. Now notice that doesn't match the book. So we're going to double click on it, we're going to highlight it, and we're going to go to our justification, and we're going to go middle left. Alright, now of course, you can finish these here, you can finish those all up. The last one we have to do is right here. I'm going to double click in it, and it's vinyl, it's V-I-N-Y-L. Now that doesn't look like the book, does it? And you're right, it doesn't. So we're going to click on it. We're going to highlight it. We're going to right click. I didn't get it. Let's click on it once. Right click. Go to Properties. Let me move my Properties window over here. So now we're going to go down to Rotation. I'm going to type in 90 and hit Enter. See that? We have one more thing to do. We don't want it middle center anymore. We want it bottom center. Oh, didn't get it quite right, did I? There we go. I selected bottom right on accident, bottom center. So there it is. So now it's just a matter of putting all those in and putting all these in. I'm going to close this. The last thing we have to do is we have to create a donut. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to make my yellow layer current. I'm going to go donut. Inside diameter should be 0, and that's what it's set to. I want to make the outside diameter 0.09, and that's what I've set it to. Hit Enter. The last thing I'm going to do is my first one, if I look at my table, appears right here. So I'm going to go Shift, right click, mid between 2 points, that intersection and that intersection. Once you create one of them, it's just a matter of copying them and putting it where you want it. So the next one is right here. Next one is right there. So it's just a matter of copying them, putting them in place. So that is how you set up the interior finish schedule table drawing for the 10-7 drawing in the book.